So the traditional and in sort of way, the classical way of developing urban areas involved an extensive growth and of course being extensive and without care for other features that economical mainly and maybe somehow social involves a lot of environmental degradation, a lot of biodiversity destruction, and a lot of pollution. Um, in this regard, uh, recently I have developed a new concept which discuss this way of developing social activities and economic activities with intensive effects and mainly negative effects on the environmental and ecological fields. This concept is about pollution, and it's about contributing to more and more pollution in all the spheres that creates the planet, meaning that the effects of intensive human activity are present in the biosphere, even in the atmosphere, because we are talking about a more and more intense exploitation of space, which means a lot of spatial, let's say, wastes, a lot of light pollution, and of course effects on long term for the planet itself. This concept as an ecocentric concept, as it considers the planet and all its components not for the value it holds for humans or for human life or for human activities, but for the intrinsic value of the planet and the ecological environment. That's why it is vital to discuss all the impact related to human activities, not only for the vital risks generated for the humans, but also for the planet itself. Returning to how urbanization is the most effective way of developing human civilization, it is also stated all around the literature and various studies that discuss about how urban areas hold the best and the most diverse opportunities for humans, meaning economic opportunities, social, cultural, welfare, all kinds of commodities that are only available in urban areas. However, all these elements of urban life, in paper, we are discussing about the relationship between urbanization, financial development, economic growth, renewable energy consumption, industrial structure, and of course the environmental degradation. The results are quite interesting because show us and give us reason to believe that urbanization can be made environmental friendly or more green than it is today, if the decision makers and those who are designing the urban patterns and the urban development models will integrate into these models several features that are important, and also rethink those already well-established features in order to contribute to environmental regeneration, not to more pollution, more emissions, and at the end of the day, climate change. So, according to our main findings, the economic growth still produce an excess of carbon emissions, at least at early stages. So it is concluded that the environmental Kuznets curve is validated, and the hypothesis is validated here, meaning that after a certain level of development, the threshold on the curve, economic growth can influence positively the environmental regeneration and a new green approach to growth, as it is shown on this graphical representation of the results. How can we make urbanization work environmental-wise? According to our main findings, as I presented before, the economic growth is quite important because after the certain threshold I was talking about can generate the economic output and the financial resources to finance environmental actions, but also there are other elements, other features identified as influential in this endeavor, such as rethinking the industrial structure with more emphasis on services. So the tertiary industry sector is somehow less environmentally damaging than the first two. Another thing is the financial development, and the reason is that while the access to financial resources is still limited, limited actions and limited activities can be financed and oriented towards environmental regeneration. And of course, as already discussed in many papers, many previous studies, the renewable energy should be also one of the targets for urban planners, and the expansion of the share of renewable energy sources into the total consumption should be placed among the most critical and influential targets.